Round up, fam. What is going on? Stupid thing. Round up, family. OM Jesus. OM Jesus. OM Jesus. Is it okay if I say that? I'm sorry. Round up, family. Hey. Am I live now? Shit, I don't even know. Oh, shoot. Round up, fam. Hey. What's going on, Round up, family? Oops. I have got a treat for you tonight. I'm not drunk. I'm drinking water. Water. But I will be having a drink because I deserve it. Shit, I've been working. Oh, come on. This thing is messing up again. Oh, there it is. Okay. Round up family, I love you. I miss you. Good gracious. Oh, my Lord. I have got a treat for you. I have some investors I'm going to be bringing on with me tonight. I've got a couple investors. One guy. What's up, Daniel? What's up? Real Talk Tony, what up, fam? I got some investors coming on with me tonight. Why is this thing doing this? We're at the hotel, and I want to share with you. I met some good God, Round Up fam. I have met some winners, which is exactly why I come to these things, because I want to meet winners. Let me bring this up here. Damn, this technology is really tripping tonight. What is up with this? Round Up fam, just bear with me. I'm going to be right back to you. Daniel, I'm used to drinking it in New York, and the drinks are only, well, they were $10. These drinks here are $15. Please give your boy a thumbs up. Please. I got some amazing investors bringing to you tonight. Okay, Round Up family, what's up? It's your boy, Haskell. Am I drunk? I'm not drunk. I'm drinking water. I'm high on life. Yes. My boy Smitty, we got that closing next week. Toinette. Sorry about that. Class. Annual. I am bringing to you some investors, some real estate people. I'm hanging out they closed this section off for your boy to actually do my interviews here tonight. And we're going to be going over this very briefly. Look at this. I got the playbook for you. Good God Almighty, I got the playbook for you. Listen, as we're at Patrick. Let me rewind. I am Chris Haskins. I'm a real estate investor / entrepreneur. My mission statement, my ministry. Let me get my headset. I can use this. It's tapping. Smitty, can you hear this tapping right here? Daniel, make sure my headset's working. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am Chris Haskins. My mission statement, my ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Oh, Jesus. So tonight, I'm going to go over very briefly the playbook that we got today from Patrick Bet-David. If you don't know the guy, I am at the Valuetainment Vault Conference here in Dallas, Texas. And today we registered. I got so much footage for you. I met some some winners, dude. People in the restaurant industry, people in the welding business, people in the real estate business, people in the car business, people in the health and wellness business. I mean, this is the entrepreneur of entrepreneurs conference. All right. So Patrick Bet David, we had an opportunity today to tour his office, and I actually sat down in the chairs where he does all the interviews. And I don't see if I have those pictures. No, I don't have all the pictures, but I'll have the pictures available tomorrow once I go through them for you. The man has a oh, we're touring his office. I want to give you a framework of who this guy is. He's got 10,000 employees, multi-million dollar guy. Office, I don't know if it was 4 or 5, or was it 40,000 square feet. We're getting a tour of his headquarters. We're riding on a bus from the hotel after we register to his office. I mean, golly, I have been so close-minded to real estate only, right? Thinking that real estate is the end all be all. Real estate is just one income stream for me now that I've met Patrick Bet David. And if you don't know him, Google him. I highly recommend you to Google him, get some of his Valuetainment YouTube videos. I'm going to go over very briefly a few of the things here I wanted to share with you in this book. Oh, my Lord. Oh my goodness, this is what the man looks like here. This is Patrick Bet David. Oh, you know what? Tonight, our agenda. What is the agenda for tonight? I'm going to be bringing in, I've got about 6 entrepreneurs out there. I'm going to bring them in one by one. Bam, bam, bam. You're going to get some back to back. I've met these dudes. One dude is from Virginia, Harrisburg. One guy is, 2 guys are from Brooklyn. Another guy's from, I don't know where this guy's from. He's in the welding business. Want to be bringing you bam, bam, bam. So we got some good stuff for you tonight. Good God. Patrick Bet David says he didn't get successful until he got clear on what he wanted and who he wanted to be. I remember him saying in one of his videos, you have to let the world know who you are, or the world will tell the world who you are. So this is why I kind of got on social media. I remember when I remember I broke into one of my own properties because my tenant wouldn't give me the damn house. And they blasted me on the internet. So I was doing recon, trying to fix the problems of that bad review, if you will. So you don't want to be fixing problems. You want to put out in the world who you are first before the problem arises. Let me repeat that. Put out in the universe who you are first before the problem arises. That way you don't have to fix the pieces. So I'm like, that's why we're just blasting out value over the internet. Second thing, he got clear on a problem solving strategy that helped him in the war room, the boardroom, and the bedroom. So I'm guessing with the personal life, business life, and in the military. He got clear on effective strategies and hacks that helped him grow during good times and bad times. He wasn't successful until he got clear. And if you look at this, everything is clarity. Everything is clarity. So cool. I got clear on the type of leader he wanted to be and the type of team he wanted to build. This is why the vault was created. I truly believe Valuetainment will be known as the brand that inspired the next generation of great leaders, minds, innovators, and entrepreneurs around the world. I met a dude from Dubai. I'm gonna have a guy out here from Dubai class. Good Lord. We are in searching for leaders around the world, and I can't wait to meet you. This is so cool. So we've got, I'm going to be broadcasting. Here are our speakers for this week. Here are the speakers. You can see the keynotes. Here are the keynote speakers here. We got Michael Francese, highest paid former mobster. We've got Peter Gerber, who is the chairman of the Golden State Warriors, CEO of Mandalay Entertainment. Wow, I could not imagine Mandalay Bay. Patty McCord is the former chief technology officer for Netflix. Phil Heath is the 7 times Mr. Olympia. Look at this guy. So they were actually here hanging out earlier today. So the reason I'm here, class, the reason I'm here is because real estate is just one business. It's just one business. I don't want you to think that real estate is the end all be all, because in my life, as I am Transforming, oh, it's reinventing myself. Real estate is just one income stream for me, okay? And I want it to be for you too. So let's start. Man, this quote. I want to read you a quote. In 40 hours, I shall be in battle with little information, and on the spur of the moment, will have to make the most momentous decisions. Wow. But I believe that one's spirit enlarges with responsibility, and that, with God's help, I shall make them and make them right. It seems that my whole life has been pointed to this moment, right now. Class, if you know me, you've been watching me over the years. I'm so adamant. I'm so stuck on now. Let's do it right now. Thank you, Matt Lyer, to help me with that too. I presume when the job is done, I presume I will be pointed to the next step in the ladder of destiny. If I do my full duty, the rest will take care of itself. That's General Patton. Nice. So I just got this book today, and there's so much to go over. Different ways of gaining wealth. Let's talk about real quick. Then I'm gonna bring on one of my first guests. Different ways of gaining wealth. Patrick Bet-David talks about marriage. You could marry into wealth, inheritance, the right last name, right? Did you get the right last name? Own land. That's us. Well, I'm teaching here real estate. You could sue for gaining wealth. You could create a proprietary product, lottery, long term planning, job saving and investing, buy and hold domain names on the internet, build to sell, the spec building. That's what we're doing now. We're buying and flipping homes. And the other one he has here is design by design. So we got some blanks here. If you see the blanks here, I can't really go over. I don't know what the blank's going to be. So we're going to fill those in tomorrow. Man, so much. Oh, let's bring on my first guest. Let me go get these guys. Let's go get these guys to see what they are going to be talking about. So you see the inside of the playbook. I'm just on top of the world. I'll show you one more of these too. Look at this. Mm, mm, mm. The 4 levels of your why. Show you that one, class. The 4 levels of your why. As I get older, I'm like, my why is so important. I do this because I want to provide a legacy for my grandkids. I'm irrelevant. I tell my clients, I'm like, I think it's hard for them to understand, but I'm irrelevant. I don't even matter. I'm nothing but a stepping stone for the future Haskins. You know, if they're born and they have a trust where they can help them catapult them to success. Level 1, survival, your first 2 or 3 years in business. You start a business, maybe took out a loan, need to pay bills. Level 2, status, breaking even and making some money. It's evident that you are succeeding. Level 3 is freedom. That's where I want you to be, class. I want you to be at freedom, having no restrictions on what you can pursue on a personal and business level. I want you to take your cruises. I want you to go on your camping sites. I want you to go travel around the world. I want you to go doing your what is it? Your canoeing or your whitewater rafting, whatever it is you think that's fun. Having choices and options. Money is not an issue at this level. So we're going to talk about survival. It looks like the majority of people in this pyramid are survival. Wow, that's deep. I don't want to get too deep in the playbook, but I'm going to as I learn more about this playbook, cracking the code, I'll bring it to you. Yes, Damon. Hey, my brother. Hey, let me go get my people's out here. Hold tight. You ready? Come on back. You want to bring me food? You can. We're live right now. Michael, come on back. Class. So I'm using my headsets. Damon, thank you for your love offering, my friend. Thank you for your love offering. Oh man, I got so many people. My friend Michael. How you doing, sir? Oh, good. Yourself? Yes, I'm blessed. We got Michael. What's your last name, Michael? Wanger. Wanger. Brother Michael. Where you from? I'm from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Harrisonburg, Virginia. Now look over the country grammar. Guys, I love your accent, by the way. Thanks, sir. I love it. Tell me a little bit about your background, my friend.
So I've worked in a machine shop for the past 8 years and want to get out of the day job and into owning my own thing. And so I am just starting in real estate, doing fix and flips for the time being.
Nice.
Planning to go into long-term rentals and wherever the market leads. So
What brings you here, though? Why are you here?
you too. I love the energy and the passion that Patrick puts into Valuetainment and the value that he brings.
Nice.
That means a lot. Very powerful, right?
So are you already buying and selling, or tell me where you're at with your real estate business?
So we bought our first one, fixed it up. We're working day jobs in between all this.
Are you doing the work?
Yes, sir. Wow. So we're doing
Crazy.
the.
Let me see your hands. Oh, you're a machine guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know you're good with your hands.
I do all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Figure it out as we go. But I've bought the first one. Took us about 6 months on that because we're all working day jobs.
Okay.
And I'm down to 2 days a week for my day job, and I am going after as hard as I can go in between. We've got our second house is
Under contract?
First one's under contract. The second
For
one
sale.
Yeah.
So you already got it sold.
It's under contract. They're still doing the paperwork and everything, but
good for you.
Sir.
So how long did you hold that one, by the way?
That one was about 6 months.
Okay.
The first one.
Standard. Your first flip, 6 months.
Yeah.
You're blessed, dog.
The second one, we're hoping about 2 months of work.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It'll be about 2,400 square feet. Like that.
So you're buying it. Tell me about your first one. I want to hear about the first one. You bought it for what? You sold it for what? What you got into it?
We bought it for $97,000.
Okay.
And we put about 80,000 in materials.
80,000.
Yeah. It was bad.
What?
Well, where? Like rebuilding floors, laying tile.
Rebuilding floors, like leveling floors?
Like the joists down in the
rotten.
Yeah. Sections of it. Completely rebuilt. Like they had this thing out on the side. We tore it off and toward a street entrance because it was only street parking, and now you have off-street parking.
Okay.
Just completely redone. Patio in the back, all kinds of stuff. So
80,000 was just the materials.
Just the materials, not our time. So we have that, but we put it on the market for 260. So
okay.
I think it'll work out good.
Wow, dude. Class, I don't know if I want you to do an 80,000 renovation. This is your first one, Michael.
It was a pretty big bite.
What made you want to do an $80,000? Matter of fact, I mean, shit, if you put 80,000 in materials, I mean, if I were to do that, it would be over 100. And,
oh, yeah.
Easy. I mean, like 140 probably. What made you want to do such a big job?
It's really hard for our team to do halfway patched together stuff. We get into it, we like to do it right. And so we tend to overbuild our neighborhoods. So need to get in better neighborhoods, but go in. I don't like to halfway it together.
You shouldn't though.
Yeah, it needs to be right. And we want to build a name of quality. So that's what our goal is. Even if we do put a little more into it than we would have to, you have that name behind it. Everybody that looked at our houses was really impressed with it.
Nice. So, you got to do it, man. I don't know. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24.
This man is 24 round up, man. 24 doing renovations. Do this. You can do it. I don't know if I would do $100,000+ renovation on my first one, but you no doubt had to have somebody on your team that was an expert.
Yeah.
Tell me about that guy.
So the guy that has the most experience has been working a day job and just doing fix and flips. He's probably got about 6 that he does over, like he'll take one and do a 2-year period as he's working.
Gotcha.
So him and my cousin that works in construction, they've set up an LLC. I joined them.
Nice.
So we've got 3 of us. They've got a lot of the experience. So it's not just me with no experience.
Oh,
so yeah,
I'm thinking about you walking in doing 80. I mean, anyway, yeah,
there's a lot of little details that you find as you go.
Yeah, you'll be done, dude. I mean, you'll be done. But I'm thinking about you're 24, walking into this. Did you do some work yourself too?
Oh yeah.
What did you do?
Oh man, we laid whatever.
You personally
laid tile, painted, 18-hour days, whatever. Sanded downstairs, refinished hardwood floors.
Really?
Anything, whatever needs to happen.
It's so admirable. It's so admirable. All while you're working.
Yeah, working a day job.
Well, you're single, no kids.
That's right.
They're a little different for most of us that have families, and we have to deal with dads. So you got it for 90, you're selling for 260, so you're gonna come out okay on that.
Yeah.
Tell me about the financing. Tell me about what type of financing you're using.
So we have a private investor that we're using. So definitely a whole lot easier than a bank to work with because they're more understanding. They're not always as easy to find as banks, but if you can get a good connection with a private investor, it's definitely the way to go.
You hear that, class? Private money. Good God, if I could just. No doubt it's easier for the transaction where this is your first one, so you're actually learning the right way from the start, Michael. You're not dealing with banks and hard money. You don't even know how hard it is.
Yeah, just figuring it out, whatever it takes.
Do you do a lot of studying? I mean, tell me about what brought you to real estate?
So that's been my goal for the past several years.
Why? I mean, 24. Those 24 years of partying and traveling.
I love traveling too, but real estate has just been my goal. Like that's something that I love taking an old house. I bought a house. It's my grandma's house.
Okay.
And so I bought that been 2 years ago, and that kind of really struck me as that's cool. Took that and I've done some fixing up. And
you bought it to fix it up or move into it?
I ended up moving into it. I was going to fix it up and rent it, but I ended up moving in, so I live there.
Nice.
So done that. That took me to just seeing how cool fixing up the property is, like what you can do there. Yeah. So I bought some DVDs and just started studying real estate for it's probably about 2 years. And I had a goal of like 5 years from now being in real estate.
Okay.
And this opportunity came up to work with these other guys, and so I got into it in a 1 year goal instead of 5 years. So I'm good with that.
So cool, man. So I love the story. Young people making money, you know. And you're in a rural, well, not super rural. What's the population in Harrisonburg?
About 30,000. It goes up and down depending on JMU. There's a lot of college comes in and out, and I'm not sure. I think they might double when the college season hits. But
so you're in the mountains.
Yeah. There's
JMU. Yeah. I almost went to school there, Michael.
Really? That's cool.
It's cool, man.
Yeah. I'm super excited about the fall. This conference.
Yeah. What do you hope to gain from coming to the fall?
I hope that we can gain some strategies and just get a long-term vision for where we want our business to go. And networking with people has been great. Just we haven't even got to Patrick's all of everything that he will share, all the speakers. We haven't even done that, but it's been worth coming just to meet everybody.
You're right. Meet people. I'm excited for you. 24. God, I was doing some dumb shit when I was 24, dude. And you are right here focused. Where did you get this focus from, Michael? I'm curious. Because you're here with guys that are twice your age, maybe have never even bought a house. I don't know.
I have been committed to personal development. That is just, I want to be the best person that I can be.
Wow.
And so being the best person that I can be, my faith is Christian. And so believing in God, I want to use my talents the best of my abilities. We actually named our company 10 Talent Investment Group. So,
10 Talent Investment Group. Tell me about that name.
So there's a Bible story about a man with 10 talents. He was given 10 talents. A man was given 5 talents. A man given 1 talent. A man with 5 talents. A man with 10 talents doubled their talents, and which a talent was a form of money back in the day.
Yes.
So they doubled it, and when the master came back, he was like good and faithful servant. The man with 1 talent, he hid it, and so he did not do anything with it. Didn't use it. He was just like saved it and then returned it. And the master told him, like, he told him he'd done a terrible job, basically.
Service.
Yeah. And so the guys that were faithful in the talents that they had,
what they had,
he took the 1 talent and gave to them.
Oh, wow.
And so I want to be the best I can.
Nice. That is so cool. All right, Brother Michael. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, class. Yes. Send my boy. Who's next coming in? Round up family. I'm just a reporter. I'm just a street reporter, guys. I'm just a street reporter. I'm just out here working for you. I'm working for you. So that was Michael. 24 años. The man is 24 years old, class, buying and selling houses. You should no doubt be able to do at least one house, right? Don't forget to give your boy a thumbs up if you think that I'm providing you some value. Wait till you meet. I met a dude from Dubai earlier today. I'm meeting people from all over the world. One dude came from Pakistan, Iran, Iraq. These guys are serious entrepreneurs. You know, they're not coming here playing around. They're here to network, make money, make money. Who's next? Who's next? They shut this little area off for me. Let's see if I can show you how this looks. This is like the pool room. TV's all up on the wall. This is so cool. You can see over here. I hear my brother just talking on. My brother. Yes, see who we have next. What entrepreneur? Oh man, hi. What's up? What's your name? Roundup family, I got my brother here.
What's up, party people?
What is Hollywood?
Who's in there, man? Who's in the chat? Beezer. What's up, Beezer?
Beezer.
Daniel Baird. What's going on?
We got a few of Brad J. I'm not drunk. I'm drinking water.
Yeah, man, this place is crazy. It's on fire, man. It's nuts.
Tell me, Ronnie, so far, what have you gotten from the Vault Conference? Tell me a little bit about ideas.
Well, I think that, first of all,
Back up a little bit.
we're going to do our own conference at some point.
Okay.
H&H,
I like that.
double H, whatever. And I've learned that the young people, all you young people out there, your ideas are wonderful. They're great. And us older people need to keep our mind open so we can listen to you, because you've got some great ideas that can help us all out. What do you think?
I do. I think that the older generation needs to open up to embracing the younger generation as opposed to saying, y'all young people. And then the younger generation needs to say, I don't know shit. When you do know stuff, so we need to kind of merge them together. You know, what business are you in, my brother?
They know what business I'm in.
For my viewers that don't know.
Oh, what's up? I'm in the car business. I'm a car dealer. I'm an auto broker. I sell cars, new cars, used cars, sales, leasing, financing. But most importantly, I provide solid advice about your particular and unique car situation.
Nice. So what brings you to the Valuetainment Conference? What car dealer, why the hell you want to hang out with a bunch of entrepreneurs?
Okay, so number one, you brought me here. I want to thank you for that. Number two, I want to, my main goal for 2019 is to develop the talent on my team.
Okay.
And so I thought that I could learn something from someone who's he's a decamillionaire. So learning from a decamillionaire to grow my team is invaluable, right?
There's a big difference from a $500 to $1 million jump, from $1 million to $2 million. Big difference.
He's 10 million.
I'm talking about 1 to 2.
Right.
Forget 1 to 10. 1 to 2, then you got to go 2 to 4.
Yeah.
You know. But when we were at the Valuetainment with the PHP office today, Ryan, what did you get most out of that visit?
Well, first of all, he's got Optimus Prime to greet you at the door.
The man has a transformer.
Optimus Prime, not any transformer. I took a picture of it, guys.
You got it on there? You walk in, he's like, I'm Optimus. Unbelievable.
I'm not talking about, I mean, like, if you can see this,
hold it up there. Hold it up to the camera.
like, that Optimus Prime is like 8.5 feet tall.
That's taller than that, dude. It's like at least 10 feet tall.
And it speaks to you when you come in. So basically, I don't need to say anymore. It's crazy. It's like, that's it. It's like, and then, you know, there's the Lamborghini out front and the Rolls Royce, and but more than that, like the culture and every salesperson, every staff member, every person is of a culture that I would like to breed into my business. Yes. Like, they're all excited. They're all happy to be there. They're all making money. They're all having a good time. So I think that was culture. Impressive.
Unreal, the culture there, yeah. I think in a world where we're sucked into the news that's drawing us into all that crap, you can walk in. To me, it reminded me, Ronnie, when I was in the music business class, you know, I was in the music business. I went to a studio. Jimi Hendrix has a studio. This shit is 3 feet under the ground in Manhattan.
It's like Dr. Dre's. This is way down in his house.
Dude, you're walking in, the walls are made out of broken tile chiclets. And as you're walking in, your energy is just going up and up and down. It's called the Electric Lady, Jimi Hendrix studio. I've been there. I'm not
really.
I'm walking down. As I'm walking down this long hall, and you're walking down the hall, and you see these doors. Each door is a studio. One studio, at least 100 feet, dude. And you can feel your energy just going up and up and up. Then when you get to the final studio, it's like, shit. I mean, the energy in the Electric Lady studio is amazing. Energy today, Ronnie. Tell me about that as you were walking through.
It was electric. It was like nothing I've ever experienced. I mean, this guy has an office in his office that all the doors are glass, right? We're talking about 10 feet doors that are glass. And you hit a button and they black out. Like you're looking through it, you're like, hey, I can see y'all. You hit a button and they just go, and it's like you can't even see through the glass anymore. It's like, it's crazy.
Yes. All right. So classes wanted to bring you that from another entrepreneur. Final thoughts, Ronnie. What do you think? What do you hope to get while we're here?
I just hope to get a better understanding of the new rich and NR and how people are expanding their brains and building their brands. And I just need to learn. I'm excited and open to learn more.
Most stuff. I love my brother when he talks about the new rich class. Is the new rich? Tell me about, Ryan. Just your grasping the concept of the NR. Tell me about that. As no doubt your brain has went like this. Tell me about that. When was that? Time frame. Time frame.
Fort Belvoir. When was that? 18? May 18, when we were at Fort Belvoir doing our first video together. And I started really paying attention because, guys, I didn't watch Chris's channel. I was busy doing other things. So basically, sitting down with you and discussing it and being able to open my mind that your ideas were valuable and you had different things to talk about was amazing. And so then to talk to all these young, I was with this dude from Dubai. Did Chris tell you about the guy from Dubai, Calvin? He's 19 years old. He flew here from Dubai. Like his parents let him fly here from Dubai to this conference. And he's talking about, hey, y'all want to buy some real estate over in Dubai? It's cheap right now. And I'm like, I need to listen to you. What do you got to tell me about? You know, it's like, wow, man.
Mind blowing.
19 years
how
old.
are you, dude? He goes,
19. We got another guy we met that's 21. He's got a Lamborghini. He's got his own company. Martin, yeah. Dude is
driving a Lambo.
21. So, yeah, I mean, I think that just understanding that business is business, it changes, it ebbs, it flows, and we've got younger people with great ideas that we need to grasp and help cultivate them.
Yeah, being, I call you a big homie. You have the experience.
Yeah.
They got these new concepts, and dude, the philosophy that they have didn't even exist when we were coming up. The new rich, it couldn't exist without the internet.
No.
It couldn't exist. So it's like, if you bridge that, Ronnie, it kind of will help your ideas.
No, it's just no doubt about it. We're going to do it.
I like that. My brother is like an implementation master. Like, he is not, I say this lovingly, he's not smart enough to understand why it won't work. So he will, is that fair to say?
A true story, we're on the bus today, going to the Valuetainment. And my salespeople have been struggling with finding ways to get new leads. And so on the way there, I'm like, we're having an entrepreneur conference. I can do this in my office every quarter. And by the time we got back from PHP today, I've already texted my team. We're going to implement it. We're going to start it. We're going to do it free for the first year.
Good.
Just get it done, guys. Do something.
Try. If you screw up, you'll live.
Yeah. We'll go live so you guys can check it out.
Let's do it. Okay, Ronnie Haskins. Bring in my boy. Who's next? I don't know who's next. Thank you, my friend.
Daniel or David.
Let's do it. Either one. Let's do it. Round up. Are you enjoying this? You could be watching Game of Thrones, right? You better not be watching it. Game of Thrones crap. I'm gonna come through this.
Yeah.
I'm next.
I gotta trim this off. Trim this up. A lot of these supposed young men. What up? Who's next?
What's up?
Brooklyn's in the house.
What's up, Mr. Haskins?
David.
It's me,
What's your last name, bro?
Borrero.
David Borrero. What up, dog?
What's up?
Thank you for joining my Roundup family. I'm honored to have you.
I'm honored to be here.
You smooth, dude.
Not as smooth as you.
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. David, give me a little bit of background on you and your story.
My story is a long story.
Give me the short one, my friend.
The short version is that I am a real estate investor. We do flips, rentals, every aspect of real estate. I'm actually a real estate realtor. Chose to be only because sometimes a little difficult to deal with the realtors.
Yeah.
But I mean,
How long you been
every
doing it?
angle.
How long you been doing this crap?
Bought my first property when I was 17 years old. I'm 49 now. 17, not by choice. My father, thank you, Dad.
Okay.
Yep. So I bought my first property when I was 17. Wanted to buy a car.
What year was that?
Oh,
the 80s,
man,
90s?
1987. You called me out.
Listen to this, guys.
1987.
Okay.
Bought my first real estate investment. I wanted to buy a car. My father said, "You are not buying a car
Smart.
because I just bought a building and I don't have enough money to buy this building. So you, me, and your brother are buying this building. But don't worry, I'm going to buy you a car."
Okay.
Obviously not the car I wanted. It got me from A to B, but I kind of said, I can't pick up any girls with a building. Now, little did I know, I probably could.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first real estate
Wow.
investment. Still have it.
Really?
Still have it till
Never
today.
sold it?
Yeah, never sold it.
Tell me about, there's so much to talk about. You said you get offers on this building and it's not even for sale. Is this the one?
Yes, that's the
Okay,
one.
tell us about that a little bit, guys. You're gonna love this.
So we get offers all the time. A lot of properties we have, those are long-term investments.
Okay.
Right? So that investment I never thought I would own, and at the same time I never thought I would sell.
Mhm.
And our last offer was $3 million,
And you bought it for,
$72,000.
say that one more time.
$72,000. Offered $3 million and turned it down. No
And
deal.
turned it down.
No deal.
Class, what would you do if you, no doubt you don't, I mean, you had to pay it off. I'm
Oh,
guessing.
it's yeah.
Yeah. We'll get it. I don't want to divulge too much. So, no doubt that you've done what you needed to do over the years. I like the way you talk is truth in it because a real guy knows that. Let me ask you, the cash is not as important as your cash flow, no doubt. Is that where you're at?
Absolutely, my friend.
Go ahead, elaborate
That's
on
it.
that.
I mean, if they gave me $3 million, it sounds amazing. Wow, $3 million. But at the end of the day, you got to look at what you're actually going to keep after the government comes in and takes their piece. But and then after that, you have $3 million. You have, let's say you have $2 million, right? Let's say you're gracious.
Yeah.
Call it $2 million. Yeah. Now you have the $2 million. You got to reinvest that. What are you going to do with it?
That's the question.
What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with it is try to reinvent what you have already. So why put yourself into that position to create more work for yourself?
Wow.
Right?
I think that comes with wisdom, age, seeing markets come and go. Understand exactly where you're at. Like you get a big check, like what? I'm gonna like the obligation or the burden of getting money working. David, is that something that just comes with time?
You know, I've worked for money, and I've had money work for me.
Gotcha.
And I still do both. You know, the road to riches is to have money work for you, right? And that's obviously my concept of it. But at the same time, you still have to continue filling those voids.
Yeah.
So, plus I'm still 49 years old. What am I going to do? I mean, just stop working?
Yeah.
Got to keep working.
Yeah.
Got to keep working.
Wow. Turn down $3 million. Class, what would you do? I want to know what is it. What?
That's a good question. What would you do with $3 million?
What would you do?
I mean, if I didn't have to sell what I had to create the $3 million, I can know what I would do. I'd buy more real estate. The problem is I don't want to buy real estate to then create more real estate unless you're using it to kind of leverage, which is then at that point you wouldn't sell it. You just leverage it.
I'm the same way. I'm like, why am I buying more? Why don't I just pay off what I have? You know, I'm thinking, you know, it's just catch-22.
You have your tenants pay for your mortgage, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's at the end of the day, you end up with a beautiful building worth $3 million.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Wow, nice. Well, that wouldn't happen in my town, but you know, we don't have that much appreciation.
Well, we didn't know back then what it was going to be worth today. Had I known now, you know, that crystal ball everyone talks about. If I had one of those, I'd bought 10 more of these.
Unreal.
But I am grateful for what we do have.
Yeah. So tell me about your business, a little bit about your model, my friend. I mean, are you a flipper? Do you do the construction? Are you a buy and hold guy? What do you do?
So you being in the market, everyone understands that inventory is low right now. So it's tough to call myself a flipper at this standpoint. But you know, we are catching deals here and there.
Yes.
We have our ways of doing it. It's very difficult to do it on the MLS.
Yeah.
But you know, if you catch a good deal, you flip it. But honestly, what we've been doing is just holding
Nice.
and renting,
Nice. Nice.
and then catching the revenue on the back end, let the equity grow, and then eventually flip it, because today's market is tomorrow's deal.
Today's market is tomorrow's deal. Today's market. What do you mean by that?
Today's market. So there's so many people looking to do what we do right now. Right? Whether they really understand the concept of it or not, everyone's trying to do it. So you have to pay today's market. But if you have the ability to hold it and possibly rent it, if tomorrow becomes a deal. So basically, I'll give you a scenario. Condo in Florida. Let's say last year was a $90,000 purchase point. Today, that same purchase point is $125,000. So, and we paid market last year. So, this year I say to you, hey Chris, I'm gonna give you this one for $90,000. You're like, that's a deal.
Mm-hmm.
That was yesterday's market.
Wow.
So I paid yesterday's market to be able to sell the deal today.
I see. Wow. And you're investing in several states, David.
Yeah, we do New York, New Jersey, and Florida.
How do you accomplish all this stuff? I'm imagining
There's a lot going.
madness.
Well, I have an awesome partner,
Okay.
Guerrero, who's my brother.
He's coming on next.
He's coming on next.
Don't miss this guy.
We have we both do great at what we do. We have our jobs. I don't step on his, and he doesn't step on mine, and that's how it works.
And you give us a little snapshot of your job.
I pretty much take care of the acquisitions.
Okay.
We do the run. I do all the rentals. I take care of the contractors.
Nice.
Dan takes care of a lot of the paperwork.
Okay.
All the leases, the renewals, the purchases, the deeds, the HUDs.
Wow.
I mean, he takes care of all the paperwork, but he's also doing a lot of the sales as well now, especially with the land, because we're buying and selling a lot of land now as well.
In Florida?
In Florida, yeah. And we have properties starting at $1,500. So $1,500, you can own a piece of Florida land. No, it's not wet. No, there's no sinkholes. You got electric. It's a quarter-acre lot. $1,500. Check it out. USALandVentures.com.
Is that you guys doing that? Wow. USA Land Ventures. What city is this in?
That's Florida. It would be Putnam County.
Putnam County.
Yeah, Putnam County. It's Interlochen is just above Ocala, which
Ocala,
is
that's
Marion
West Coast.
County. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you have Gainesville just above that. I mean, we do a little bit of everything. It's that's real estate. I mean,
Nice.
we don't cut ourselves off to the open door.
I love that. I meet these guys right. I'm like talking lease options, subject to owner finance. They're like, okay, we got you. They understand. It's so cool when you meet people that are versed in strategy of real estate. You know, because I get tired of giving seminars.
I pick up what you're putting down.
But you already got it, man. So tell me about your holdings real quick. I'll let you go. What ballpark? I don't want to push too much. How many rentals do you guys typically have going?
It really varies because we literally sell what we own. So what we do is when we go in and purchase, say, a condo or a townhouse, those are strictly purchased for rental purposes.
Okay.
So when we go in and we buy that, we're going in, we're buying it, we're renovating it, and we're setting it up with a tenant that we would keep.
Okay.
We don't set it up like a lot of these guys out there. They set it up with just anybody. Literally, if you can fog a mirror, you're in. That's not us. So we set this up for long term for ourselves. We have units in Florida that we've had for 6 years, and we have units that we've had for a month. So it really varies. I mean, we could have anywhere from 200 to 250 properties renting at the same time.
Nice. Dave.
But you know, it really depends on who's coming in, whether you want one property, two properties. We're not really trying to flip too many right now. We're really trying to hold them and build. You know, Residual income.
Oh.
That's another road to riches.
Listen to this man, class. If I could, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking about all the houses that I've sold in my career. I look back, I'm like, Chris, what were you thinking? What were you thinking selling?
Well, you had to sell in order to buy,
Yeah.
right? So if we could keep everything, I mean, we've sold over 600 properties in the last 4 years.
Wow.
So if we can keep 600 properties, I wouldn't be talking about 2 to 250. So, but then again, I probably wouldn't have 2 to 250 because we didn't have the capital to buy. Unfortunately, you know, you and I don't have that tree in the backyard. You know, the money tree shake. So
Nice.
you know, we have to. It's a balancing act.
Okay.
You know, as I'm sure you're aware of. You know,
I am.
it's in order to keep, you have to create the revenue.
Yeah.
In order to purchase, but being able to sell it's a tough one.
I'm gonna let you go. Last question. Tell me about my viewers that everybody says I need the money. What type of financing are you using, and what would you recommend for viewers, brother?
Oh boy, it's a tough one. I know it's tough. We do our own financing.
So, are you just saying you're cash guys or you're?
We are cash.
Okay.
We are self-financed.
You weren't born like that.
No, we were not. So actually, okay, so I didn't understand where you were going.
Sorry about
I
that.
get it. Believe it or not, we started this with our own money savings
Seed money.
and seed money. And then we went and started with a home equity line of $250,000
On what? Had to be
on a personal property.
Okay, so you didn't spend that money on consumable goods.
Oh no, we didn't go on vacations and buy
Yes.
cars.
Yes. Listen.
Yeah.
Yes. Consumable.
Yeah.
Nothing that would be gone after you spend that.
Yeah, we buy assets, not bills.
That's so important.
No, it's so many people we see. I mean, look, I don't want to say I'm happy for those that do that, but because of those that do that, I'm able to do what we do, right? Because eventually they fall back while we fall forward.
Wow. Well, I think it's a big obligation, David. Like, even when I bring a check home, my wife's like, "It's
Yeah,
time to go." Like,
yeah,
you can't.
yeah. We need that to continue moving forward. So yeah, so we started this with a home equity line of $250,000.
Okay, that's cool, man.
And yeah, we like everyone else. We've been there with nothing, you know. You have a couple of properties and you're still broke.
Yeah.
Because you have properties, you got to
Right.
figure
Or
out
you
how
cash
to
this out.
right.
Or you
So what do you do? How do you get back on it?
Nice.
It's the balancing act I talk about. You know, I tell everyone it's, you know, one day I'm in my glory day and next day I'm in my miserable day.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, I still understand what I'm building.
Good. Good.
You know,
David, final thoughts for new entrepreneur interested in getting into real estate. What would you recommend, my friend?
wow, that's a big one.
So you got to rewind, got to go.
Yeah.
But it's important though. I mean, 'cause
What I would say is when you find someone like Chris, and I'm going to use you as an example, with as much experience as you have and knowledge you have, listen, save, most important, save. Forget the sneakers, forget the trips, forget everything else.
fancy.
Save.
Wow.
Opportunity doesn't wait for anybody.
Yeah.
You have to be ready for that opportunity. If you start to save, when I was young, I told a lot of my friends, you guys can save to go to a trip, but you can't save for no purpose.
For your assets.
You need to, I mean, I always save. My father taught me to save and pay yourself. Pay yourself. You make $1, save 75 cents. How much do you need? 25 cents? Save it.
Wow.
Save the 75 because opportunity doesn't wait. If you want to take advantage of the opportunity, take advantage of the opportunity you have in front of you right now, which is saving.
Gotta be ready.
Be ready for it.
Wow. Saving, guys. We just did this class the other day. Pay a part of what you earn is yours to keep. See, real estate investors, it's almost like we know that if we put money, when I say keep, my money's in my house. You know, and I know I can always unlock it if I need to. I don't want to, is I want it staying in the house working. But part of what you earn is yours to keep. Saying the same thing. We just did a summary of The Richest Man in Babylon. We were talking about of the night. This man's already there, you know. So, all right, keep a part of what you earn. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh, do you have,
Peace
how do
and
people, if they want to get in touch with you, do business with you, maybe give you some.
David Barrero, you can give me a personal call, 917-681-2603. Go to my website, usalandventures.com, or look us up on Facebook, Twitter, all of it. We're out there.
It's David. Last name on social media.
Barrero, Borrero.
Borrero. Let's do it. Nice. Okay, get in touch with this dude. I'm bringing you people that pay thousands of dollars to be here.
He's the man right here.
Thank you.
Peace.
I'm gonna get my next guest. I'll be right back, family. You can take a quick refreshment break. I'll be right back. Round up fam. Sorry about that, class. I did have to use the restroom too, so we'll get my other guest here. Yes, my last guest for the night, and I'll let you go to bed. It's 10 o'clock. It's only 9 o'clock here. I wonder what's on that painting. Oh, I don't know. Oh, just a bunch of people. I don't know.
What's up, Chris?
What up? What up?
What's going on,
My
man?
final guest for the night to take you
Hello,
out
everyone.
for nighttime. I'm glad you're not watching Game of Thrones or any of this other crap.
Especially when you could be watching this, right?
Yes.
Learning how to make money.
No doubt.
Yes.
From real guys that are doing it. David.
Danny.
No, Daniel.
You
You're
get me
Daniel.
confused.
You're right.
That's
You're
all
right.
right.
You're brothers.
Everyone gets us confused.
Me too. Me and my
Yeah.
brother. Daniel,
right.
thank you for hanging out with me.
Oh, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a great time, exchanging war stories, learning a lot, right?
Ideas.
New ideas, especially here. I mean, thinking outside the box, that's what the Vault is all about, right?
It's so cool.
Yeah, bringing home new perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I bumped into these guys today. You know, your boy got my I Buy Houses gear on. They're like, okay, real estate dude, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, I walked up to him. I said, "That's a walking billboard. I'm gonna get one of those for every single one of my kids, without a doubt, right?" Yes. Yes.
Dad buys house. It
Yeah.
works.
It's awesome. Great idea.
You can't believe how many houses I bought with a freaking coat cost $300.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, that's how you and I struck the conversation
Right.
today. Yeah.
From coast to coast, I buy houses. Clothing works.
Yes, without a doubt.
Little background, Daniel. Tell me about yourself. I know your brother gave us a little snapshot, but give me some background on you and what you're doing.
So David and I have been buying real estate investment properties since 1989, 1990, our first properties downtown Brooklyn. Since then, we've expanded out to southern New Jersey and now central Florida, as well as northern Florida. We've done everything from multifamily, single family, condos, townhomes, vacant land, commercial property, mixed-use properties. We've been blessed. We've really been blessed with the opportunities that have been presented to us, and especially opportunities like this where we get to meet guys like Chris and so many other people out there, some from different businesses, bringing all new ideas. I can't wait to get home and incorporate these new ideas, actually. And the convention hasn't really started yet, neither, right? Like, the next 3 days is going to be intense.
Yeah.
Great speakers.
What you like most about today? Walking through the office.
You see Pat's videos. It's just great to put, especially faces to the actual pictures.
Yeah.
And this is awesome. What did you think about it?
I'm walking through there. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm in Patrick, but Valuetainment, the home.
Yeah,
of
the
Valuetainment.
Valuetainment, unbelievable, right?
I'm sitting in the seats like, I'm sitting in this seat.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Can you sat with Patrick was saying with all his people he interviewed, Mark Cuban and everyone else? It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
Class, I hope you at least go to Valuetainment to just the YouTube site, because if it wasn't for Valuetainment, there would be no Chris Haskins. I promise you, because I've watched this guy actually, watching his videos kind of helped train me to do this whole YouTube thing.
I existed in business before Patrick, but he's brought a whole new perspective on how to look at different scenarios and different topics, as well as hurdles that we all experience as businessmen and entrepreneurs. It's not just for real estate investors. I would say any business you're in, you should follow him. He's definitely going to add value to your business from the marketing side, especially how to deal with employees, financing, different personality types. You would agree, money, sure. Yeah.
So tell me about your story, brother. How did you? Your brother talked to us a little bit about the home equity line, getting started with financing. And a lot of my viewers, I wish I had a quarter. I wish I had a quarter every time I hear this. Chris, I want to get into real estate, but I just don't have the money. I'm sure you've heard that a million.
Listen, there's always ways to get the financing, but you got to remember now that cuts into your profit margin. Not speaking bad about hard money lenders, but it's unfortunate that they go away sometimes with most of the profit, even when you lose, right?
At least 30%.
Right. So having said that, and again, I'm not saying anything bad about hard money lenders, because there is a need for them, and they satisfy that need.
Necessary.
But myself personally, I always had a hard time watching money go out as far as I was concerned, with the window and interest on my work. So essentially, it all comes down to basic hard knocks, man. You gotta literally live below your means, and save 30 to 35% of your income, your gross income, and that's extremely difficult, especially if you can do it before you have a family, because as kids come along, no choice. Kids don't understand the economics behind it, right? And then, picking the right spouse, that's major. I can't tell you if it weren't for my wife constantly supporting me morally, emotionally, financially, I wouldn't be where I'm in today. And then studying,
You're talking about that tax stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you have to literally read, and read. How can you possibly know? We're all going to make mistakes, but you're going to make a whole lot less mistakes if you take the time out to study, figure out what your market segment's going into, or what difficulties they may be having within your market segment, so that you could overcome those hurdles. Preparing. So, I mean, there's no secret to success. If you're willing to work hard, that's what this country provides you. Yeah. That's why I love this country. That's why I love capitalism. It gave me the opportunity to be an entrepreneur.
Nice. Nice. So you're more of a, if someone had to take a snapshot of your business, give us that little story. Give us a snapshot because your brother's more like we're buying whole now, so that's our. We like to kind of hold on to that.
So we buy. It also depends, right? So when the flipping was going good, we were flipping. But
What year was that?
Between 2000, well, 2008 was a crash, of course. We jumped back into the business in the market around 2000, the end of 2009.
Yes.
Until recently, until about 2 years ago, the numbers is just starting to not make any sense on the flipping side. But what we get right
About because of your acquisition costs.
the acquisition costs, the closing costs are higher now on the selling side, and primarily the material's gone up since then about 30%. Your labor cost, depending on what market segment you're in, what part of the country you're in, that's gone up dramatically. But again, in some markets it's doubled. If you have a place like Orlando where the unemployment rate was at double digits, and now it's less than close to 3%. Wow, everybody's working, right? So nobody has to negotiate their prices. Essentially, we then went into each market segment, but we went changing our market segments within the real estate depending on where we thought the market was going to be going.
Okay.
So right now we started in Brooklyn, New York. We still have all those properties that we keep. That's long-term investment. Yeah, it is. We've been very fortunate.
We said that mildly. Mildly.
So we've been down to, we've done a lot of work in Southern New Jersey. We're concentrating deeply in Central Florida. But what we did do was, every 3 units we flipped, we would then have the money to keep the unit and keep that for long term.
Say that one more time.
So for every 3 units we flipped, we made sure. Well, we were talking about this in reference to taxes. So every time we sold the unit, whatever the portion that goes to the tax man, we put that into a separate account so that every quarter we weren't worried about that, right?
Put it away first.
Exactly.
That's
and then
so easy.
whatever was left, we went and bought more units with. And I can tell you, we were building this business and we never took a dime out of that segment of the business. We would just take it out of our rentals that we had in New York. That's what we were living on. So, because we had
That's
went out
all
and
reinvestment.
That's right, 100%. So
Wow, that's a skill, dude.
It's a discipline. I don't know if it's a skill, but
Well, it has to be honed, like playing tennis. I mean, you got to get better at doing that.
it is. But we were fortunate. My parents were savers, and they taught us how to save.
You got lucky with that.
We did.
Can't pick your parents.
No, but we were very fortunate with that, and so we basically reinvest all the money, although we weren't taking any money from that business. Now we have a substantial amount of doors that we manage and that we're generating income from. And now we have to be a lot more selective, but we're not doing, the 160, 300 closings we used to do a year. We're down to, maybe about a third of that.
So I hear you being selective in real estate. Everybody wants to get into this. You and I have been doing it for a long time.
That's right.
When I see a house, it's almost like I'm looking at it, and I want to ask you. I'm looking for reasons. I want them to convince me to buy it. It's like I'm like, I don't want this house. Why should I buy it? Tell me about your perspective on the product that you're looking for.
So my perspectives never change. I look at every deal as a bad deal. So that's as soon as I walk into it, it's a bad deal. So I look at every reason why I shouldn't buy it before I then decide to buy it. And then if it still makes sense, then there's got to be 2 things that work in there: the gut and my numbers. So this time, I don't follow my gut. The numbers make sense. I buy it. Deal didn't turn out to be so good. And then it turns out that the numbers don't make sense, but my gut feels it, but I do it, and it turns out to be good.
Nice.
But that doesn't happen often. That's probably about I don't normally go against the numbers. That may happen about 5% of the time in deals, but 95% of the time it's the gut, the numbers, and it's got to feel right.
There's something about that gut. When you walk in, you're like, this is for me.
No, your gut tells you everything. It doesn't lie. You have most importantly know your tolerance level.
Talent. What do you mean by that? How much you want to take on?
Know the stress level you can deal with. And believe it or not, stress is like, I was speaking to your brother rowing a boat, right, upriver. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And about a couple of years, you don't even realize it was stressful. It's just you just made it from point A to point B, right? It's just normal, right? So, but recognize your stress and who you are and your tolerance level.
Self-awareness.
That's right. Be honest to yourself. And most importantly, surround yourself with people who know more than you. Don't be afraid of that.
Winners. I'm like, I'm telling my wife, I want to come here. I want to meet some winners, man. Winners, attractive. It's funny. I literally felt like I was reading your mind when I'm looking at a property. I'm like, I don't want it. Convince me why I should buy it.
Absolutely.
As opposed to,
Absolutely.
I see my clients, they're like, this house has this, it's got this, I love it, it's got this type of floor. I'm like, let me look at it. I don't care.
That's right. It's like, and it doesn't matter where it is, right? It all has to make sense.
It's in the middle of this, and then on the street, it's got this.
And those are added values sometimes.
Value, yeah.
Right, but to the seller that, especially if they live in it, because they're emotional, right? You know, it's more important than to investors like ourselves, because we look at what the real numbers are, and we only care about the numbers. It's unfortunate. I'm not rude about it.
But they can always sell it to an owner occupant though instead of me. But I'm going to close in a week or two.
You know, right? You know, and they, exactly. But then they got to deal with people if they got the mortgage, the appraisals, and go through all the hooplas,
Hoops and loops.
That's right. Yeah. But we make it easy, right?
We do.
Yeah.
We make it easy.
Close on it as soon as title's ready.
All right, Brother Daniel, what would you like to add to our viewers that want to be real estate investors? I need you to rewind now, not in your position now. Starting out.
As I said earlier, live below your means.
I like that one, man.
Invest. We all have choices, right? Some people choices are to invest in material things, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
We say material thing like consumable goods.
Precisely. Nice cars, bigger homes, nicer clothes, nicer vacations. I could tell you the first 7 years out of college, I never took a day off.
Your brother is saying they identical things.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and the spouse you pick, that's important. It's gotta be two horses pulling the wagon straight. One's going left, the other one's going right. It's never gonna happen. And surround yourself with positive people. Wow. That are going to support you, not throw negativity towards you. If that helps.
You sound like a man that has some stories.
We do, but everybody has war stories, right? I mean, so do you.
Yeah. I do, but I'm like, I'm just saying, it sounds like you have seen a lot of come and go. I'm just saying that. I'm picturing what you have seen since 1990. It's got to be a lot.
It's amazing. 2 major recessions.
Yeah. Administration changes, tax codes changing.
Yeah, but
not that I watched the media.
Yeah. I got personally, it doesn't really matter to me who the president is.
No, me neither.
Because real businessmen figure out and have a plan how to counter-react whatever comes out of DC or even the capital state that you live in, because we all know different states have different tax brackets. Educate yourself. We were talking about that as far as,
with the taxes.
Yeah, I was explaining, like, I learned a real long time ago, sometimes it's not as much how much you make, rather than how much you get to keep if you know the tax codes. And that way you can push your accountant to do what you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes they need to be pushed to give you the best advice based on, and you're pushing that, you're pushing that onus on them, but only because you have knowledge. Wow. And you're only going to have knowledge if there's plenty of webinars now. Unlike when I was younger, I mean, we had to go to local community colleges. There was no internet. Yeah. It makes it real easy. If you don't do it, it's because you choose not to.
Wow. Not because you put. Please listen to these guys, man. I hope this is some value. Give us a thumbs up if you like the content that we're sharing.
Chris is the man. We've been speaking all day. He and his brother, and my brother and I have so much in common. It's a great place to meet people. You need to get a hold of me. Speak to Chris.
Well, if you want, you can go ahead, man.
Just come to Chris, and that way we can also make sure that we're taking care of each other's clients, because I'm going to be sharing this as well.
Nice.
Yeah. And again, Chris is the man. You want to know anything? Speak to him.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, man.
See you guys later. Good night.
Round up family. Oh my Lord. I pray that I have been a good servant to you tonight. I pray that I've been and I'm drinking water. Beezer, you better leave me alone. I'm drinking water. This thing looks real not manly, does it? And then look, the straws they're using here are made out of hay, class. It's made out of hay. Smitty, what up? Smitty, Roundup family. Every night I'm gonna be here, taking time away from my networking to be with you. Why? Because I love you. I'm looking at Patrick David roll up in a Rolls Royce. Let me see if I can show you a picture of this dude. He rolls up in a car, right in the middle of this private. You know what I'll do real quick, just because you're still hanging out with me, I'll show you a few pictures of the office. Is it here? Hold tight. Let me see if I got some pictures of his headquarters. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have them. I'm sorry, Roundup. So tomorrow I'll see what I can do about sharing you more pictures. Oh, does anybody have any questions? I do a very, what is that? Muy. I do a muy brief. That's Spanish. Anybody got some quick questions they want to discuss? Daniel, thank you, my brother. What are we doing here? Any quick questions that I'm gone? This new app, you got an app, Danny? Danny, I don't see you there. Any quick questions that I'm gone here? Oh Lord, Danny, you wilding out, man. I haven't drank nothing. I'm just dude. I'm walking through the man's office. I'm happy to be here to share with you. I'm not drinking anything. I'm having water. Tanner, hey Tanner. I will. Yeah, let's do it. You in DFW? Yeah, let's get a coffee, dude. You got my Chris Bass houses. Just email me. I will have a drink after this, but I'm Toinette, round up. Anything else? I don't see any questions here, so we'll get up out of here. Makes a difference between others and looking for low interest private money. Chris, I tried to look for that. Michael's no different. Yeah, he's looking for private money. Why y'all saying I've been drinking? Y'all ain't Jesse. Hey, what up, fellas? Good to see you. You closing on Friday, $50,000 profit. Nice, Jesse. I'd like to bring you on. I'd like to hear more about that. David, yeah, the conferences we're going to. This conference here, dude, is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I mean, we're getting the Valuetainment. Please go to this dude's website. Go to YouTube. I mean, Valuetainment to me is just giving me so much value. Now, these guys, be careful. Beezer, they're not taking no money here. I already gave them thousands of dollars. I don't know what else they can get out of me. Smitty, I didn't even know I tried. Oh, you had to go out of town. I thought you was going to be out of town. I don't know where he was at in Brooklyn, Beezer. He didn't tell me. Rich Roots, can you get the playbook? No, I'll go over it with you. Unless you want to. I guess we could talk to it. I don't know. I'm not going to give it away. I'll talk to you about some of it this week. Live below your means. Smitty, you hear these dudes saying that, right? They're saying the same thing. They're saying the same thing. Live below your means. Okay. Yeah, the blue Rolls Royce. I'm going to see if I can bring that on. Get you some brown water. Okay, Roundup family, I love you. I will be broadcasting live tomorrow right around 9 o'clock-ish Eastern Standard. You know, I'm in Central Mountain. What time zone is it? Central? I think it's Central Mountain, so we're like an hour or two. I don't know. I'm behind you now, but I'm still going to do 9 o'clock. Are you here with Valuetainment too? That was Valuetainment. It's cool, man. Okay, class, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Comment. What would you like us to bring while we're here? Hopefully, we have some more entrepreneurs for you, bring you some more value. Thank you for allowing me to serve. I love you. See you tomorrow. Peace.
So what is the vault?